Hi everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to the second one of Cardio Strong, Simple Flow. You will need your yoga block. Hopefully you've got one. If not, maybe a fit book of a similar size. But let's just put it to one side and we'll start off like we did on our last session in tabletop. So in your tabletop, just spread the fingers wide, soften the knuckles of the fingers. Shoulders are over the wrist. Shoulder blades are neutral on the back of the rib cage, so we're not allowing the shoulder blades to slide round to the front and rounding out the upper back. Pelvis in neutral, tops of the feet to the floor, or you can tuck your toes and just close your eyes. Just a couple of rounds of that natural breath. And then from here, inhale through the nose and direct the breath to the sides and the back of the rib cage. Easy exhale out through the nose. Check that the neck's in line with the rest of the spine. Inhale, side, back of the rib cage, long and slow. Easy exhale out through the nose. Let's do one more. Nice one, easy exhale and start to flow the hip to the heels. Just work your own range of movement, and when you're ready to inhale, shoulders float over the wrists. Eyes can be open or closed now. Let's do one more. And keeping that breath wide and full, coming into either rolling hip circles or tabletop hip circles. Keeping it slow and controlled. Long, slow inhales, so those longs, inhales are deep and wide. Next time the shoulders come up over the wrist, just slowly change direction. Again, working with your own range of movement. Breathing wide and full. Soft, easy exhales. Next time the shoulders are up over the wrists, come into tabletop. And then from here, grab your block, place it on the highest setting, nice and long, in between the hands, so it's underneath the chest. Shoulders are over the wrist, shoulder blades in neutral. Then a gentle hug in. Check that you're not dropping the belly down to the floor or overly arching that lower back. And then from here we will be bending our elbows and just lowering our chest. Now your chest you may need to adjust that block. So the chest may lightly touch the block, maybe not, just seeing how you're feeling. Don't worry about forcing the elbows into the sides of your body. My elbows are just bending out to the side. Let's do one more. Slowly come up, reset your base in tabletop, so neutral. Keep that gentle hug in. Glute raises on the right, so awareness to that right glute. Use that right glute to float that right knee off the floor. Bend knee, slowly lowering down. Squeeze up for 2. And 3. Waking up that right glute. 4, 5, 6, 2 more. Last one. Come back to tabletop, shoulder base in neutral, set your base, and let's bend those elbows. Maybe that chest lightly touches that block, maybe not. So that's 1, shoulder base in neutral, lower for 2. Be aware of that head and neck for 3. Set your base, glute raises on the left, so awareness to that left glute, gentle hug in, float that left knee off the floor for 1, for 2, not too high, for 3, keep those hips square, 4, keep the length in the spine, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set your base, shoulder base neutral, gentle hug in, and let's go for 3 more. So 1, and 2, and 3. And then from here, slowly walk the hands to the knees, toes are tucked. Maybe come to sit on the heels, untuck your toes maybe, or come to a high kneel. Float the arms up to shoulder height, flex the hands, push the palms away from you so they face the front of the mat. You can stay here or bring the right fingers to the left fingertips and just gently pull back. And release. Maybe left fingertips to the right. And release, give those wrists a shake. And then from here, fingertips to the floor, float the knees off the floor. And then from here, float the hips up and back, allow the heels to touch the floor. Feet about hip width apart, lengthen up that spine, halfway lift. Push weight even through both feet, hip hinge all the way up. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, have a lovely stretch here, pelvis in neutral, and release the arms. Coming into a chair, allow the hips to float back, bending the knees. Hands can stay by the hip creases, or you can float the arms up to shoulder height as you bend the knees, or maybe a little bit higher. Slowly lower for 3, checking with the knees. So the knees are going in the direction of the toes. Keep that chest open, and check that as you come up, not jutting that chin up. So as you come down, you're looking ahead, but you're not looking with that chin jutting up. So I'm looking as I come down, my eyes are looking at the front of my mat, near where my water bottle is. So as you come up and down, you can release the arms or keep them up. Just see how you're feeling. And let's do one more. Slowly come up, roll that right shoulder back, the left, right, left, right, and left. Slowly lower into your chair. Bend those knees a little bit more. Plant the hands and allow the heels to float off the floor. Now from here you can lower the knees down to the floor together, or you can join me, walking the hands out, coming into a high plank. So that block is in between the hands, underneath that chest. Lower the knees to the floor, 3/4 plank. Check that you're not dropping the hips to the floor, you're keeping lifted. That gentle hug in, shoulder blades are in neutral. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbows, maybe the chest slightly touch the block, maybe you don't go that low. So coming down for 2 and 3. Let's do one more. 4. And then from here, lift the knees, come back to tabletop, or maybe step straight back into your down dog, and then tabletop. No, what am I talking about, guys? You can come to your down dog via tabletop, or from the knees on the floor, you can lift straight up to your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in, nice long easy exhale out through the mouth. We will be transitioning hands to the feet at the back of the mat. Now you can do that via down dog or your tabletop like we did earlier. So bend those knees if you're doing it via down dog, and then slowly shift one hand back, then the other. So I'm just shifting my weight from side to side. Heels come to the mat, allow the hips to float back, lengthen out that spine, neck in line with the rest of the spine, weight even through both feet, hip hinge all the way up, reach fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now from here, you can come into your chair, and then just allow the arms and fingertips to come behind you. And then slowly push down through both feet, lengthen out the legs, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower. You can keep it at this pace, or you can go a little bit faster. Just allow those hips to float back, checking in with the chest, the neck, that gentle hug in. Keep an eye on those knees, making sure they're going in the direction of the toes, not falling in or out. Spread those toes wide. Keep that big toe man in contact with the floor. And if you want to go a little bit faster, you can. So maybe join me for 6 more, a little bit faster. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. option, tabletop to high plank, or just walk out to your high plank from here. Now you can bring the knees to the floor. You can keep the knees off the floor. Maybe you bring that block to the second height. Your choice. Wherever you are, whether the knees are on the floor or whether you're in high plank, gentle hug in. Check in with that lower back. Check that the spine is nice and long. And when you're ready, let's bend the elbows and lower for 1, 2, 3, one more, 4, down dog. Take a nice deep breath in, nice long easy exhale out from the mouth. And then from here, let's transition to the back of the mat. Lovely long spine, hip hinge all the way up. Ready to do those little chairs again. We can start off slow, checking your base. Keep that gentle hug in. So that's 2. Maybe join me in going a little bit faster for 3. Hips go back for 4. For 5. For 6. 7. Use those legs. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11 and 12. Slowly lower into the chair. Bend the knees a little bit more. Plant the hands. Walk it out. High plank. This is your last round. Set your base. Remember the knees can be on the floor. Nice and strong. Lovely long spine. When you're ready, bend those elbows for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4. So you can do 2 more. 5 and 6. Down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice and easy. Exhale out through the mouth. And let's come into one more round of chair. Slowly hinge all the way up. I'm just going to quickly grab a drink. I know I said one more round, but that was of our press-ups. So when you're ready, set your base, fingertips to the ceiling. Let's do 2 slow so we can set our base, making sure we've got that gentle hug in, checking in with our feet, our spine, our pelvis and our head and neck. So when you're ready, let's go a little bit faster maybe. Remember you can slow it down. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, remember you can slow it down, we're halfway there, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Slowly come down to chair. Pause. Bend those knees a little bit more. Pause. A little bit more. Pause. Hands to the floor. Walk it out. High plank. I know I said that was the last round, but hey, let's see if we can do 4 more. So when you're ready, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lower those knees down, tuck the toes, come back to sit on the heels. Take a nice deep breath in, big exhale. And then just roll those shoulders back for 1 and 2 and 3. Float the arms up to shoulder height, flex the hands, push away. If you want to bring the fingertips to the other hand to stretch them out, you can. I've got my left fingertips to my right, but don't worry if you've done it the other way around. Swap over. Well done, everyone. Maybe make a big fist, or you can have 2 separate fists and just circle out those wrists. And change direction. And then slowly come up to high kneel. Keep those toes tucked, pelvis in neutral. Activate those glutes, gentle activation, gentle hug into the midline. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, bend the elbows, opening out that chest. Goddess arms, or goalpost arms. Option to stay here. Option to make sure you've got that gentle hug in, gentle activation of the glutes, sliding the shoulder blades into the midline, in towards the spine, coming to a little baby back bend, a baby camel, holding it here. One more breath. Big sigh out. And release. And then from here, coming to tabletop, just move that block out the way. Your option is coming into pigeon. So we'll bring our left knee behind our left wrist, and you can slowly transition into your pigeon. You can be here, here with the forehead down, like we did last week. Or I'm coming into lying figure of 4. So if you're not feeling pigeon today, you can join me in lying figure of 4. So left foot onto that right thigh, you can stay here. You have the option to float the right foot off the floor and place it on your block. Or you can just float it off the floor, flex both feet. You can bring the hands to the left lower leg or interlace the hands behind that right thigh. Check that the upper body is relaxed. If you're in your pigeon, upright, or with the head on the floor or the lower arms, just check in with the hips. Left hip, left knee, left ankle. Just make any adjustments that you need to. Just allowing the breath to slow down. But still try and keep the inhale slow and long. Exhale soft and easy. And if you're in your pigeon, if your head's down, slowly come up to your forearms. Slowly come to your palms. Slowly come to tabletop. If you're in your figure of 4, your recline pigeon, slowly float that right foot down after you release the hands. And then we'll slowly transition, right pigeon, right figure of 4, recline pigeon. So when you're ready, lowering into your pigeon. If you're doing your figure 4, just float that left foot off the floor, flex both feet. Checking in with the breath. Check that the upper body is relaxed. And then if you're in your pigeon, slowly come to your lower arms, then your palms, then tabletop. If you're lying on the floor like I am, release the hands, float that left foot down, just roll to one side. And then from here, in tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, hip to heels. And as you inhale, shoulders over wrists, hip to heels, shoulders over wrists. Let's do one more. And then from here, let's come to an easy cross-legged. I'm grabbing my block and I'm going to sit on the block just so that I'm just going to open my hips up a little bit more. Just give it a go, see how it feels. It may feel a little bit too high for you, so sometimes I just use a smaller block, or I might just roll up a throw and sit on the cushion. Once you get there, have a little wiggle, weight even through both seat bones. A lovely long spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Hands can be on the thighs or the feet. And then I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes. Now, if you're going on to do another flow, you can just press stop or pause here and then just do your other flow. But if not, close your eyes, soften the face, especially the forehead and space between the eyebrows. Bring your awareness to the breath in and then the breath out. So let's inhale for 2. So 1 and 2, and exhale for 1, 2, and 3. So I'm making that exhale slightly longer. I'm still inhaling wide and full, but you can inhale to your belly and do a belly breath if you want to. So inhale for 1 and 2, and exhale for 1, 2, and 3. Inhale 1 and 2, so that breath is smooth, calm, and flowing. And maybe exhale for 4 if you can. So the inhale flows into the exhale, and the exhale flows into the inhale. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Slowly bring the palms together, hands through to heart center. Allow the thumbs to connect to the heartbeat. Just soften the fingers, the shoulders. Just allow the elbows to point down. Thank you very much for joining me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you find peace within. Take a nice deep breath in. Big sigh out through the mouth. Slowly flutter your eyes open. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. If you did, you can hit the thumbs button. If you've got any questions or suggestions, you can drop me an email or you can contact me on Instagram. But enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you soon.